I was at work last night and I was cleaning the floors in the restaurant where I work. I was like cleaning tables and floors and stuff like that. We were closing and I just kept switching between looking at the TV that we play in the restaurant, playing the news, and that was showing war in Israel and Iran, and we just finished there's the closing statements were just made in a massive sexual assault trial here in Canada. We're seeing the rollback of corporations supporting Pride. Toronto Pride is short almost $1 million this year. And so I was switching between watching the news and just being bombarded by all this kind of awful stuff, and I was switching between seeing that, and I would look out the window and there's a Walmart kind of across the parking lot at the plaza where I work, and so I was kind of switching between looking at the news and just looking out at this Walmart parking lot full of cars, people coming in and out, and just how massive the Walmart is on the horizon. And I just had this distinct feeling that this isn't gonna last forever. I looked out at the Walmart, at this plaza full of big box stores, and I was thinking about how just this is unsustainable, and we're getting to a point where these things are going to collapse in on themselves, or they are going to be toppled. And so I was just switching between looking at the news and looking out at the world, at just the blatant capitalism and it felt really apocalyptic and dystopian, just to sit there and looking at it. And I had this feeling, and I don't know, maybe I think too much, but also I think there's merit to it. I just had this feeling that we are on the precipice of a massive societal shift. I think we're seeing a massive societal shift. I think that with the protests we're seeing in America and across the world, we are on the edge of a massive shift in our society. And I just had this distinct feeling that things are not going to be the same anymore. That things are we're not gonna have all these things, or not even that, it's just these things that we've built are not gonna stand forever. One thing that came to mind while I was cleaning and while I was thinking about this, I was thinking about the song That Funny Feeling by Bo Burnham. And one of my favorite song lyrics of all time, and one of my favorite lines of that song is the unapparent summer air and early fall, the quiet comprehending of the ending of it all. And I've been kind of writing about this in my journal, but I highlighted those lines. I wrote them out in here. And so these are some of my favorite lyrics ever. And I think about this song. I was thinking about this song last night and kind of just how that's, first of all, so true, but also like I'm coming up on another September, going back to school. I've been off for the summer, and just I feel like there's been such a seismic shift in the air and in the world. Like I feel the universe and humanity just feels so tangibly different than it was a year ago.
I'm really interested in the concept of witnessing the end of the world, not at the epicenter of it. Like, I was thinking about one of my favorite movies, Independence Day, and just kind of how all the action happens at like these big sites, these, like, it's New York and it's the White House and it's Area 51 and it's these like massive distinctive places. Like, I'm walking through my suburb now and it's hot and I can hear the birds and it's the middle of Friday and so people aren't home. And I'm just thinking, like, what would it look like for the people here if the world ended? What would it look like for me if, like, society ceased to function as I recognize it? Like, what happens to this? Like, we're surrounded by such homogeneousness, and, like, would that continue? Is this natural? I kind of wrote about this in a piece on my Substack, which, check it out. This is kind of the extra terrestrial, almost, nature of the suburbs and of suburbia, and like the cookie cutter sameness of it all, and how it is kind of strange and otherworldly, and like it's still a recently new thing. It's just like, how quickly would this be affected by like a complete societal breakdown? Like, I feel like the first place you notice it is in like the city, but like, when does it reach this, which is like one layer removed from like the epicenter, and then what's it like rurally? I don't know. Just really interested to see what the end of the world would look like on these wide, winding streets. Nobody's having a car chase here. Captain America never comes running through here. Yet this is so much of where people are. I think it's interesting to look at one's life and think about what it would be like if things completely ended, and look at the lives around you and the ecosystem that you grew up with. Kind of think about how it would fare, like a world-ending event. Because I think I hold a bit of bitterness for suburbia, because it's annoying to live in sometimes. Like, I just walked to the grocery store, nearly died. But I don't really know anything else. I don't really know how much different I can see myself and see things. Je ne sais quoi.